Monday started off busy behind the scenes for the Steelers, and you'll soon understand why. I have a few key points to discuss with you today. We all know the challenges Omar Khan will face before the official start of the new season, and the problem is that time is passing too quickly. Just like you and me, every other Steelers fan dreams of seeing our beloved team compete in a Super Bowl. And man, if we organize and work hard, we'll get there. If you also want to see the Steelers advance past the playoffs and reach the Super Bowl, hit that like button hard. If possible, write something like, "Go Steelers! I believe in the Super Bowl." Now, I need to address an important topic with you. But first, we need to talk about this story. The latest Pro Football Focus rankings have fired up Steelers fans, and not in a good way. As we gear up for the 2025 NFL season, PFF has just released its offensive unit rankings, and the verdict on Pittsburgh's offense is, well, brutal. Overall, our offense ranks among the 10 worst in the entire league. Quarterbacks, 18th. Running backs, 26th. Wide receivers, 29th. Offensive line, 21st. Let's be clear. The average ranking is 24th, officially making Pittsburgh's offense a subpar unit in the eyes of one of football's most influential analytics platforms. But let's zoom in, because the story gets much more complex. Aaron Rodgers, yes, that Aaron Rodgers, is taking over as the Steelers' quarterback. But instead of being celebrated, he's heading into a storm of skepticism. After a turbulent and injury-plagued season with the Jets, in which he battled not only aging but also a host of physical issues, Achilles tendon recovery, a torn hamstring, a sprained MCL, and ankle issues, he still managed to equal Josh Allen's touchdown total. Despite this, his advanced stats were all over the place. Last in completion percentage, average depth of target, and success rate, but top tier in ball protection and key pass percentage. He threw the ball quickly and avoided critical mistakes, traits the Steelers desperately need right now. PFF ranks Rodgers as the 18th best quarterback, which might sound fair at first, but when you consider the context, what he endured last season, it seems low. With comparisons to late-career Brett Favre and even Tom Brady's final Patriots stint being thrown around, many believe there's serious bounce-back potential here. But the truth? Rodgers hasn't looked like a top 10 quarterback since his MVP season in 2021. That's 3 years without elite production. So the real question heading into this season, can Rodgers flip the narrative? Now let's talk running backs, because this one stings even more. Jaylen Warren is back, and while he didn't get a flattering grade from PFF, just 64.3, anyone who watched last season knows he was banged up all year. Still, he's one of the few backs in league history to average over 5 yards per touch across his first 3 NFL seasons. The explosiveness is there. The vision, the contact balance, the pass blocking. This dude is the complete package. He's not just a situational weapon, he's a legit all-around threat. But PFF barely acknowledges that. Add to that Caleb Johnson, a third-round rookie with a stellar 86.7 PFF rushing grade last year and a perfect fit for Arthur Smith's zone run scheme. Kenneth Gainwell also joins the backfield, though his underwhelming recent performance makes him more of a depth piece than a true factor. Still, this running back group might quietly become one of the best in the NFL if the line in front of them holds up, and that's a big if. Then there's the wide receiver unit, ranked 29th. Yikes.
Pittsburgh made a controversial offseason move by trading George Pickens and bringing in DK Metcalf. The move was widely seen as a lateral shift at best, maybe even a downgrade depending on who you ask. The media is all over it, claiming this was a panic move or a misfire. And sure, on paper, it's not a slam dunk. But fans shouldn't sleep on Calvin Austin III, who's quietly positioned to be the breakout star of the group. He's got the tools, elite speed, route precision, and the ability to threaten all 3 levels of the field. Think Darnell Mooney but with more juice. Don't be shocked if he pushes for a 1,000-yard season. Roman Wilson, still relatively unknown after an injury-impacted rookie season, is another potential weapon who's being severely overlooked. And yet, neither of these guys even gets a mention in national breakdowns. It's almost as if the league forgot about them entirely. That chip-on-the-shoulder mentality might be exactly what they need to flip the narrative. But what really defines this Steelers offense in 2025 isn't the flash of wideouts, it's the tight ends. Arthur Smith's scheme is built on power, mismatch creation, and tight end versatility. Expect a steady diet of 12 and 13 personnel, 2 or 3 tight end sets that force defenses into uncomfortable spots. Jonnu Smith will be the YAC monster and screen specialist. Pat Freiermuth will be the seam stretcher and possession safety blanket. And Darnell Washington? He's basically a 6th offensive lineman. This trio could quietly form the most complete tight end room in the league and will be the backbone of this offensive identity. Now, onto the offensive line, ranked 21st. Not awful, but certainly not inspiring confidence. Zach Frazier at center is the clear bright spot. He already ranked 5th in PFF's grading for centers last year. But beyond him, it's murky. Broderick Jones, despite being a former first-round pick, has struggled at right tackle and now shifts to left tackle. A fresh start, sure, but will the position change unlock his potential or expose him further? Mason McCormick, thrown into action prematurely due to injury, had his growing pains. But he's got the physical profile and pedigree to bounce back. The real wild card is Troy Fautanu. Elite talent, but the dude can't stay on the field. If his knee issues persist, it's a huge blow. If he's healthy, he could be a game changer. So what's the conclusion? This Steelers offense has more questions than answers right now. Rodgers has to prove he's still elite. The running backs need to show they're more than potential. The receivers must step up big time. And the line? It has to gel fast. PFF isn't wrong to rank them low, but if things click, this could be one of the most surprising and complete units in the NFL. Now I want to hear from you. Do you think Aaron Rodgers will be a top 10 quarterback this season? Is this offense about to explode, or are we in for more of the same? Let me know in the comments. Go Steelers. My heart bleeds black and gold. And don't go anywhere. There's more brewing. And if you think this is it, think again. As we dig deeper into what's unfolding inside the Steelers' offensive ecosystem, it becomes clear that this isn't just a rebuild, it's a redefinition. And the core of that transformation? Arthur Smith. The Steelers didn't bring in Arthur Smith just to call plays. They brought him in to forge a new offensive identity, one rooted in physicality, deception, and versatility. His scheme is built around heavy personnel sets, with multiple tight ends, motion to create mismatches, and a run-first mentality that sets up explosive play-action opportunities. This isn't about becoming a pass-happy air raid offense. It's about controlling the game, dictating tempo, and putting defenses in conflict. And that's exactly why the tight ends are so critical to this blueprint. Jonnu Smith, a player who thrived under Arthur Smith in Tennessee, returns to the type of system that maximized his unique skill set. He'll be used on jet sweeps, screens, and underneath routes designed to get him in space. Pat Freiermuth, meanwhile, becomes the security blanket, a tough, reliable target over the middle with red zone upside. Darnell Washington, a bulldozer who can erase defenders in the run game and chip in as a red zone weapon. It's a trio built for chaos. But none of this works unless the offensive line takes a step forward. Zach Frazier is the rock, already elite in just his second year. But for Broderick Jones, this is a make or break season. The move to left tackle has to be a career revival. Mason McCormick and Troy Fautanu bring physicality, but they need consistency, especially Fautanu, whose health could be the hinge point for the whole unit. One more injury could unravel everything. Then we turn to the X Factor, Calvin Austin III. He's not just a gadget player anymore. With George Pickens gone and Metcalf drawing the top corners, Austin is going to be heavily featured. His speed alone forces defensive coordinators to account for him, and in Arthur Smith's play-action heavy attack, he could feast on mismatches.